All right, peace, black family. Who do I have here with me?
Um, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Cool. Fantastic. So you're here today celebrating the carnival. Let me ask you a question. What connection do you have with the carnival?
I just really like the whole atmosphere. I love to dance. It's
Hmm.
super fun. I love being here, and everyone's in a really great mood, and just happy to be here.
Just happy to be here. How do you connect to the culture?
I I love the dancing and the music and the food, but I'm not. You know,
No real
I didn't
connection.
grow up like that. My parents listen to country music.
Wow. And where are you from originally?
Alabama.
Alabama.
Yeah.
Wow, Alabama. Now let me ask you a question. Are you familiar with the term culture vulture?
Um, yeah.
Can you give me a brief definition of what it may mean?
Like I'm like if it's like appropriation sort of, right?
Right.
But I'm just here to have a good time. Why are you attacking me?
I'm not attacking you. I'm just saying, you're here for the culture,
I mean, yeah, I think it's amazing and I like love it. Like it should all be celebrated all around, I think. Like it's
Hmm.
just fun.
Do you celebrate black people though, or just their culture?
I love black people. Yeah.
Do you love black people as much as I love black people, or do you love black people when you can
Yeah.
celebrate their culture?
No, I love black people as much as you love black people.
Okay. Well, then how can we connect to uplift black people? Because I want to connect with you so we can do some things to uplift black
I
people.
mean, I'm not that. I don't know. I'm not that smart. That's a big. Like, I don't know the answer to that.
You seem smart.
Huh? I mean, like, what are you asking? Like, I think I gotta like
All
go.
right. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Peace, black family. Who do I have here with me?
My name is Daryl. Daryl Palmer. How you doing?
Okay. Now you out here, to celebrate the carnival and everything like that. Where do,
Sure.
where do you where do you reside from, brother?
Well, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. Stayed in Atlanta, Georgia, and came down to Miami for the carnival. I attended carnival in my Atlanta, and hopefully I'm going to make the one to Trinidad also.
Wow, they got a Caribbean culture in Atlanta.
Oh yes, they always every year we have a carnival in Atlanta every year.
Wow. I was surprised about that because Caribbean folk they kind of live in certain areas like New York or Miami. And I didn't know they made it to Atlanta now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so how has that affected the culture of Atlanta? Because I'm assuming that you're African, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
It has a great influence on the culture in Atlanta. We have a lot of parties and a lot of venues and a lot of Caribbean people around. So a lot of my friends are from the Caribbeans anyway. So I'm pretty much fun with it.
Let me ask you a question. What do you see the difference in the culture from being a Caribbean person and being just an African in America? And I don't like to say African American. I say African in America because we are African, right? I don't ever want to get that twisted. We are African. So what do you see in the cultural differences and in the friendships, the food? What are some of the differences that you noticed?
Well, there's a distinct difference. One difference is, being raised in America. It's kind of like you got the American influence on the food. However, everything originated in Africa,
Right.
and so in each Caribbean island and in Africa, you got different spices and different flavors of food for people to gravitate to, or for they when they prepare it.
Okay.
So the culture is different, but everything originated from Africa.
Got you. Now I'm gonna go a little deep with you. How do you feel about the current circumstances with black love and the black community and how it's being shaped right now? You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I'm out here for. I really want to get to the nitty gritty. How do you feel about that, man? Being someone who goes back 5 generations in this country. And let me say this before I even let you answer that. My parents are immigrants to this country, so I'm the first generation born here in this country. I respect the struggle that your ancestors went through here in America because you made it possible for my ancestors to be here. Now, don't get me wrong, there was a lot of people who contributed to the success of Africans in America, but the primary bulk of people were Africans, right? So how do you feel, about the current state of what's going on, being a person that's been here 5 generations, in this country?
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can answer that. It all depends on the worldview where you're coming from. You have a lot of dynamics to fit into that. As far as the culture is concerned, nowadays we have this thing called we being woke.
Right.
Okay, now there's nothing wrong with being woke, However, you got to be woke within your own community first and get the ills and out of your own community first.
Right.
Because if you're not woke in your own community, how you expect for the rest of society to acknowledge that you even have a consciousness of being woke?
Mhm.
So you got to get the ills or the bad things out of your community first. Now, as far as the African dynamics and the African influence, that's like I said, that's a paradigm, that's a box that
Right.
can easily go in many ways.
Right.
You know.
And you know what? A lot of times, because I come to most black events, I like to talk to black people. I ain't gonna hold you up, brother. I got one more question for you. I come to most black events and I talk to most black people. I try to educate black people on the system of racism, white supremacy, because a lot of us don't understand racism in total. We don't understand the paradigm of what racism is. We think racism is just having a bad feeling towards somebody, right, or having a preconceived notion about them, right? That's not what racism is. So a lot of times I come out here and dedicate my time to building with African people and trying to educate African people, but it seems that they don't care, especially the youth. How do we really reach the youth, brother? Give me some advice. I've been doing this for quite a while. Give me some advice. How do we reach the youth?
Start them off early, teaching them black history, because the school system is not going to teach them the true black history. The school system nowadays will touch it, but if they have a sense of, I'm not going to say black nationalism. I'm going to say if they have a sense of black history at an early age.
Let's say nationalism. Let's say nationalism.
Well, okay, well, let's say nationalism too, without a superior attitude.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Without superior attitude. Because when you go back and when you study history, it's undeniable. They have this DVD series called Colors, and a lot of different people and explaining a lot of different things. You can take that information and take that knowledge, and you can transform yourself as a human being first, and then you can relate it to a cultural thing, because every other culture in the world, they stick together.
Right.
The Latinos stick together, the Jews stick together, and the Asians stick together, and and some of those that I just mentioned, they are people of color, but yet they got community.
Okay.
So again, it goes back to, do we want to fix the ills in our community? And that's a lot of things that influence our community. Music,
which is a part of the system of racism, white supremacy,
Yes,
right?
Yes,
because the music is controlled. Although we produce the music is controlled and distributed by the elite whites. You get what I'm saying? So I've heard rappers say things like, my album was pushed back because it wasn't ready. I watched the interview of Plies one time where he was doing his first album, and he said the white executive called him up and said, I need you to take the cracker word out that song. He said, but I just said nigga 36 times on the song, but you want me to take the crack out of the song. So in not understanding racism, we don't understand how the culture is affected by racism. And one thing I want to say, brother, before you get out of here, I think a lot of times when we do study our history, we don't understand how to put it in economic form, right? Because when we understand the history is supposed to give us a level of culture. And the first few letters of culture spells coat. And the coat is a group of people who think alike, dress alike, and have the same common interests. You get what I'm saying? Other people hold tight to their culture. We don't do that as African people. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of times we just learn history and repeat it and not put it into an economical situation that could benefit us. You know what I'm saying? So anything you want to say to the people out there before we wrap it up?
Oh, yes. Like I said, just teach the kids history and have good intentions on why you're teaching them. Not just to have a superiority complex, to say that I'm a god.
Right.
But I have this philosophy that I live by. Intent always comes before content. So if you have good intentions of teaching the kids their history and making them proud, then they can feel good about themselves. They don't have to worry about being put down, and respect each other. All this bullying nowadays, that didn't exist when I was a kid. I'm 51 years old, so I'm coming from a different point of view. I'm old school.
Yeah.
So but history is where it's at, and not superiority, or not to think that you're better than the rest of the races, because we all bleed the human blood.
I would agree to disagree, because pigs bleed, horses bleed, mammals bleed, right? So just because we bleed don't mean we the same. And I think a lot of times people get that confused, because genetically we not the same. Let's be honest on that. Genetically we not the same. But with that being said, we can agree to disagree on that, brother.
we it's the human blood. It's what I'm saying, or the human race. It's the human race. I understand where you're coming from that point of view. But we are all human. you know, the Earth is 3/5, 6% human.
I'm gonna
Black.
pause you right there for a second, and I'm gonna say this: scientists, white scientists, black scientists, have already proven that the only pure humans on the planet are African descent people or African people. And here's another thing. Here's another kicker for you. You can tell this by our hair texture because we are the only people on the planet who have this kinky hair that we have no other, not the East Indian, not the Arab, not the Asian, not the European, because they possess what is called a Denisovan gene, which is a Neanderthal gene. And this is why when we mix with them, genetically our children come out with curly hair because they now have polluted our DNA. So when we say things like, oh, we are the same and we are human, that's not true. Not the diminish what you said, brother, but that's not true technically. We're not all the same and we're not all human.
But if the black man is the original man on the earth, and all the other races and human originated from us,
I love this, brother.
you see what I'm saying?
No, but see, then again, there was a splicing that took place when they intermingled, when they went into the caves, the Caucasus Mountains, and interbred with Neanderthals, and that's what created that split. You get what I'm saying? So when we're talking about real, pure humans, you and I are the only ones that can hold that title. And that's not a superiority thing. That's the truth. That's a fact, you know?
Coming from a physical point of view or a natural point of view, and then we can also get into the spiritual point of view, Anunnakis and all that. So we'll be here all day, bro. We'll be here all day.
Listen, I appreciate the time you just talking to me, brother. I ain't mad at you at all, man. I'm not mad at you at all, man. Appreciate you, brother. All right, peace, black family. Who do I have here with me?
Imari.
Imari. And where are you from, sweetie?
My mom's from Honduras and my dad's from Trinidad.
Honduras? Really?
Yes.
Are you familiar with Dr. Sebi?
I am not.
You're not familiar with Dr. Sebi? He's probably one of the most famous Hondurans out there. He was actually a medical healer. One of the first dudes that cured like cancer and HIV and things like that. He recently passed though. And you said, what was the other country you're from?
Trinidad.
Trinidad. You can't give me a little history about Trinidad for those who might not know out there?
Well, I don't really have history. I've never been. I'm going to Trinidad Carnival next year, March. And yeah, my dad's from Faizabad. Yeah. Okay.
So we out here celebrating the culture today, and I really just wanted to ask you, how much do you actually know about what we're celebrating today?
A lot is celebrating the culture. You know, a lot of people look down on West Indians all the time, so we're here to show our culture.
Who look down on West Indians?
A lot of people, Americans mainly.
Mainly. Now, when you say Americans, you mean?
Non-Caribbean people, non-West Indians.
Non-Caribbean people, okay. So, do you mind if I give you a little backdrop of what we're celebrating today?
Yes.
You know, today it's actually a voodoo ceremony what's taking place.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's actually a voodoo ceremony. It comes from, like, West Africa, all right? And I don't know if they have Moko Jumbi in here. Are you familiar with what Moko Jumbi is?
No, so I'm originally from Boston. It's my first time playing in Miami.
What about you, sweetie? Come here. You from Boston, too? Yeah. You from Boston? What's your name?
Shakira.
Shakira. And what island or country or what you representing today?
My mom is Trinidad. Well, my mom is full American. My dad is Trinidadian.
Let me ask you a question. Now, mind you, we have all of our different, you know, nationalities, whatever. Do you guys identify as African?
Yes.
Primarily, or do you go with your nationality first?
Nationality first.
Okay. And what about you, sweetie?
Same.
Same thing? Do you think that creates a little bit of division within the diaspora?
No, I don't think so. I think we're all African, and then we're just different parts, come from different parts.
You don't think that creates a little division? No. Because I hear a lot of people have negative things to say about Haitians.
Oh, that is true, but I'm not one of those people, but a lot of people do say negative things, but at the end of the day, we're all West Indian, so it's crazy.
And let me just drop a little game here. Come here, beautiful yachty girl. You beautiful, you. Chocolate, melanated.
Yes.
Let me get a little of that patois right quick.
Yeah. She tell you she just fit cat. Now you want patois.
Now I'm gonna go a little bit deeper for y'all. Go ahead and go inside and enjoy yourself. How do y'all feel the state of black love right now, men and women dynamic?
I feel that black men should love black women more. I don't feel like they love black women enough, but it's a work in progress. It's sad that we have to work on it, but it's good that they are working on it.
Now, do you know why we have to work on it, though?
Because society just makes you think that black is ugly and that people don't appreciate blackness, but this melanin's popping, so I don't know. I don't know.
What about you? How you feel about the relations in black love right now?
Regardless, I love black men. So
if it takes them a while to figure it out, maybe I'll be moved on to some other race, but I don't know.
What?
No, not me either.
Why would you move? Why would you give up on the black man?
They give up on us.
I can agree to disagree, but go ahead. Go ahead.
They do give up on us. They think that we're just always angry. We're not submissive enough. We just don't like to do what they want us to do. But in reality, I don't really think it's like that. I don't. But I still will, cherish and love the black men forever.
I would
and
never
ever.
give up on black men. I would never date outside my race. Not a problem with other races, but I personally just would always date a black man.
And what about you, sweetie?
My preference is black, but I mean,
Oh, she's sliding, y'all. She's sliding.
love is love. You never know.
That's true.
But my
We-
preference is always going to be black. But
Hold on, we got to stamp that statement out. Love is love. Love is death. Love is death. Yes, you can. What you mean? You can't control who you love. Hold on. Love is a learned emotion. That's number one. Love is a learned emotion. So when you say you can't control who you love, you actually set out to find love, right? And so if you love yourself and you care about yourself, right? You want to love what's inside your race. Love is a very learned emotion. Believe that, because we teach each other how to learn. Social theory learning. You get what I'm saying? People learn how to behave within a society. Different cultures love differently too as well. So love is not love, right? Because if I take you to Africa right now, or if we go to Africa and I bring some brothers with me, and they got the African women out there with the lip plates, right? They're not going to find them attractive. Because culturally, their culture has taught them that the lip plates and the neck rings are attractive. So even though what we attracted to is taught to us.
that's true.
You get what I'm saying? So love is not love. Don't think you're being engineered to think that love is love, but love is definitely not love. You're taught to love a certain way. That's why in certain societies they love white and light-skinned women more better. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Anything y'all ladies got to say though?
Well, this is our 15th year playing.
What? How old is 15 years? 15 years? What was I doing 15 years? 15 years. Are you serious?
Yeah, I've been
Y'all
playing.
come since y'all were 3.
Yeah, since I was
Okay.
6, I've been
Okay.
playing. Yes.
Yeah, I got that.
Yep, I don't play. I'm just here for support.
You should play though.
Maybe.
Yeah, you should play. Bring all that melanin out here. You should play.
We're gonna bring it back for you.
Bring it back for me.
Yeah.
I got you now. I be out here every
Boston to Miami.
Boston to Miami.
Boston to Miami.
How's the Haitian population out there in Boston?
Deep.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Deep. Yeah.
How do y'all feel about the Haitian brothers and sisters within the diaspora? Because they just had an earthquake yesterday.
Yeah, we just heard about that too.
Yeah.
Hope everybody's okay. Big up to all my Haitians.
You might actually be Haitian too. A lot.
Everybody thinks that I'm Haitian.
No, and I'm gonna tell you why, right? Haiti being one of the first places that got its independence, and Jamaica being one of the countries that had one of the most rebellions in slavery, a lot of times they would go back and forth from Haiti to Jamaica, depending on who the government was. So a lot of times they just switched people in between. Like a lot of people don't know, the man who started the Haitian Revolution was actually a Jamaican named Dada Boukman.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I heard about Boukman
Yeah, Boukman. Mm-hmm.
and Toussaint Louverture
Mm-hmm.
and all that. Remember that? Ninth grade history and stuff.
Ninth
You know?
Oh, they taught that in 9th grade history in Boston? Man, I ain't learned nothing in school about black people.
Yeah,
Facts.
they taught us that.
Facts. So, anything else, y'all ladies?
No.
Something y'all gotta say to black men in particular?
We love our black men. So you need to love your black woman.
What you say?
The dark skinned ones with the nice teeth.
What about you, sister?
She let him too.
All right, I thank y'all. Give me a hug. Give me some melanin love. I love it. I appreciate y'all. Find y'all chocolate man. You feel what I'm saying? Make some chocolate babies. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and then
Thank you.
thank you.